Bro, so it amazes me, right? A few things. It amazes me how a person could look you dead in your eyes and tell you God don't speak to people through dreams anymore. It amazes me how people can say there's no such thing as deliverance because we don't have demons nowadays. It amazes me how people can say teaching on deliverance is false because you can't have demons and there's no such thing as generational curses because Jesus died for us and all these different things. And I'm like, bro, like, in regards to the dreams, do you know how many dreams that I have encountered that where the Lord is talking to me, telling me certain things are going to take place in the future? For instance, before my second son was born, like, I had a dream that I was laying in my bed in the opposite direction, and I happened to look towards the headboard of the bed, and I see my wife laying in the bed, and her stomach is translucent, and my son like pushes his hand, and her stomach is extending, and I'm seeing his hand like push up through her stomach. So I'm like, okay, and then I hear, he has your hands. And I'm like, he has your hands? Like, what does that mean? You feel me? So when he was born, a few months later, he had extra fingers. When I was born with, I think, one extra finger, right? But he ended up with two. So that's what the Lord was showing me in the spirit, like trying to show me what to expect with my kid when he comes out. Okay? The Lord showed me in a dream that where I was walking with two individuals through what looked like a warehouse. And I said to them, how many kids did I have? And this dude says to me, which I believe was an angel in disguise. He said to me, you had 2 boys and 1 girl. It's 2025, y'all. That dream was probably in 2016 or something, 2016, 2017. And here today, I can verify to you that I have 2 boys and 1 girl. The girl came 2 years ago. So how is it that God is not speaking through dreams when God keeps showing not just me, but different people things through dreams? Like, if a person believes that, like, and yet the evidence is speaking against what they believe, I would tend to go with the evidence versus what you're trying to get people to believe. Okay? And then to the crowd that's like, oh, deliverance and stuff like that, the gifts, it ain't for today, like, none of that stuff exists. And yet there's so much people getting delivered on a daily basis, so much people getting free from the spirit of anger, the spirit of depression, the spirit of whatever the case may be. And these spirits are speaking out of people. These spirits are crying and screaming and saying things that the person that's being delivered don't even know. Again, evidence is happening before your face. Sometimes there are manifestations taking place around you because of these spirits, right, that are being expelled from your bodies, that are being expelled from your atmosphere. So how then are you to sit here and say, oh, nah, deliverance, it's not for today? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Bro, look, we have the evidence. Oh, I believe in water, right? Yeah, water. Yeah, look, the evidence is here. The water is here, bro. It's right there. So it's like people can sit and say whatever they want to, but if the evidence is speaking against you, and that's both biblical and physical and spiritual evidence is speaking against what you believe is false. I don't understand why people hate, like it's almost like you hate the spiritual things of God. God used the spiritual things, okay? The spiritual things, the dreams, the visions, and even the manifestation of his angels to talk to people in the Old Testament, to talk to people in the New Testament, and to talk to people in the present day. You'll never find a witch, wizard, or warlock anywhere on the planet that will tell you these things aren't real, that will tell you the spiritual world does not exist. Instead, they will argue for their spiritual belief system, but believe in the spiritual. There's so many in the body of Christ, right, who is at this moment seated at the right hand of the Father in heaven, which is a spiritual realm, who claim they don't believe in the spiritual things, and yet Christ is in heaven. Look, the angels, the spirit, and even the demons, the devil, it's all in the spiritual realm. But yet you're claiming you don't believe in the spiritual things. So do you even believe in the Lord? That's what I'm asking you. Do you believe in the Lord? Study to show yourself approved. Study to show yourself approved, man. And especially, like, listen, when you fasting and praying as well, when you reading the word and all these different things, the spiritual activity kicks off even greater. Whether it's good or whether it's the demonic, whether it's the little witches coming around in the realm of the spirit, like trying to find you in the realm of the spirit, because your prayers and your fasting and your consecration is bringing light into the darkness that is their existence, right? I've had this happen on so many occasions, right? Spiritually, I've had people, even down to the other day, I've had people show up on my property. One dude, like, he walks in the house with his hands in his pockets, and I'm wrestling with this dude to throw him out of the house. A few days before that, some person is like, I don't know if it's astral projection or whatever the case may be, more than likely, but this person is like got his head, and like basically he's up to his waist in my son's room, like through the window, right, in my son's room. But as the Lord would have it, I was there with what one of them long poles that they used to catch dogs, and I grabbed them with it, and that's where the dream ended. You feel me? Other times, witches, which I know they're witches, pull up in all black in the realm of the spirit, right? While I'm sleeping, pull up in all black, like just angrily looking at me. This is when I'm reading and reading my Bible and praying the most. They'll pull up on the block and they're just looking. They're standing there just looking. One of them even said my name, like, she was like, "Oh, Troy," and I'm like, "Why does he say that?" And then I kicked at her, and she zoomed and she dipped. You feel me? These things are real. The Lord showed me a woman in a dream. Since they say dreams don't exist, dreams, the Lord don't speak to you in dreams. The Lord showed me in a dream, right, a woman. And it's almost as if I was at her house, sleeping in a corner. It's like an apartment, right? I'm up maybe 4 floors up, and I happen to look out the window, and I'm like, I roll over and I see in the corner, there's an altar on the floor. And I said, "Are you trying to do witchcraft on me?" Right? And then I got up, and then her sister and 2 kids walk in, and like for some reason the girl had like a pig nose. Which I don't understand what that meant. But listen to this. Since God don't speak to you through dreams, listen to this. That same lady walked into my job the next day. She didn't say nothing to me. She didn't look at me, but I looked up at her as she walked by, and I'm like, that's the lady from my dream. So that's what I'm saying, yo. You can't listen to what people are saying, like, "Oh, there's no such thing as deliverance. Oh, God don't speak to us no more in dreams. Oh, the gifts are not for today." It's foolishness, bro. When you have the experience from the Lord to co-sign and back up what you claim, then what them other people talk about is foolishness, and they don't need to be listened to. And as Pastor Kevin said, like, "Hey, cuz, if you don't believe what I believe, go your way. Go find another channel. Unsubscribe. Whatever the case may be." Because, like, why you? I'm not going to debate with you. Just go or not, whatever. You feel me? But fam, these people are crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy. But like I always say, man, get out your flesh and get in the spirit. God bless.